man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah!
Yeah, yeah,
It's time for the A-list. Keep in mind, the list is fluid. This A-list, Steven's A-list.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm not going to jump like Stephen A. I already worked out today.
Keep in mind, this is fluid.
It's an interesting list.
Come on, man.
This is one of the worst lists I've ever seen.
Not a great list.
The list is trash.
Shots fired. Bam!
You're wrong.
I'm wrong?
You are wrong.
Fluid. It's fluid.
It's fluid.
Fluid.
The list is fluid.
Don't let him feel good. Don't let him feel good.
It's fluid. It doesn't absolve you from nonsense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah! We got the A-list. It's no Stephen A. though. It's Chris Canty, the resident Super Bowl champ. And this A-list is fluid. It's fluid. We got the top 5 quarterbacks on the move this offseason. In any given time, a quarter of the league needs a new quarterback. So we're going to be talking about signal callers that are going to be old faces in new places this offseason. Let's get this list kicked off with number 5. We got Tua leaving Miami. Now, the question with Tua is going to become how much of the base salary are the Miami Dolphins willing to eat? It's already guaranteed the $39 million. Are they going to eat a portion of it in order to facilitate another team trading for him? Or are they going to go ahead and outright cut him and take a $99 million dead cap hit? It's going to be fascinating to see how the Miami Dolphins try to work it. But either way, you're talking about another team getting a quarterback on the cheap that 3 years ago led the league in passing yards, 2 years ago led the league in completion percentage, and a guy who's been knocked for his injury history over the last 3 seasons. He's only missed time for injury in one of those years. So Tua checking in at number 5. Number 4, we got, bam, Mac Jones. 5-3 as a starter in San Francisco this year. He stepped in and played good ball for the 49ers, giving them an opportunity to tread water until Brock Purdy got healthy and get back. Mac Jones finished top 10 in QBR for the San Francisco 49ers. Listen, Mac Jones is not going to be the reason why you win a championship, but Mac Jones can play well enough where your team has an opportunity to do it. He could be the next version of Sam Darnold. He could be in 2026 what Sam Darnold was in 2025. Next, Daniel Jones. Now, injuries are always a part of this story. He's coming off of a season-ending Achilles injury. 7 years in the league, only had 1 season where he was fully healthy. Remember, in New York, he had neck and knee injuries where he missed significant portions of time. It's curious to see what happens with the transition tag and how they work it out, whether a long-term deal or it ends up being a situation where another team swoops in. I think the value for Daniel Jones with the Colts outpaces the value for the rest of the league. I think he's best served staying there, but Daniel Jones, if nothing else, is a capitalist. Next, Kyler Murray. This is another one of those unique situations where the Arizona Cardinals are on the hook for $39 million to this player this year. And so we know that Kyler Murray has a tremendous amount of talent. He was the #1 overall pick once upon a time. He's got 87 career starts, and he's 29 years old. He's versatile. He's dynamic. The only question is his commitment. Is he going to prepare? Is he going to study? I think Kyler Murray going into a situation where there's a lot of structure, where there's leadership in the locker room already in place, if he can just go in and play quarterback and not have to be a face of the franchise, you could be talking about Kyler Murray helping a team raise the floor from where they're at currently with their quarterback room. But there can only be one #1, and that would be this man, Malik Willis. Too many people are judging him on the 3 career starts that he had with the Tennessee Titans, but he got with the functional franchise in the Green Bay Packers over the last 2 years, and this guy is 2-1 as a starter. He's got 9 total touchdowns to only 1 pick. Malik Willis has the movement skills that you would look for in a quarterback in this era of the sport. And beyond that, this is a guy that doesn't make a ton of mistakes. I think having some of that Matt LaFleur magic rub off on him is going to serve him well in terms of being the guy that a lot of teams with quarterback questions circle as their priority this offseason. So there it is, my A-list, top 5 quarterbacks on the move. We got Malik Willis, we got Kyler Murray, we got Daniel Jones, we got Mac Jones, and we got Tua.
Really quick, some housekeeping before we get to the grading of the list. There is one more to add here because the Raiders are releasing Geno Smith. So there is one more quarterback that seemingly will be on the move. I don't think he'd impact this list. But nonetheless, our thoughts here on Canty's A-list. What do you think, Mike T?
I'd say like a B, maybe B minus, and let me tell you why. Mac Jones is going nowhere. You made a great point. He was 5-3 as a starter. If the four of us were running the San Francisco 49ers, we love Brock Purdy. We don't love his durability. Mac Jones is under contract. You're going nowhere. Geno Smith getting released is really interesting to me, guys. A little bit off topic, but if we're drafting Fernando Mendoza, we're not playing Fernando Mendoza. And Geno Smith, to me, was under contract. Great bridge quarterback. But I like Malik Willis, Chris. I think that was a great number one because his upside is very intriguing to me. What did we learn this past year? Quarterback development's never in a straight line.
I think the producers handed you a lot of lemons with this list. And I think you did a good job making lemonade. Overall, I think this is a pretty good job. I'd make a couple switches. I'd flip these two. What interests me about Kyler Murray is the idea that his entire career, and I know he said recently he faced adversity, he didn't. He was undefeated in his high school career at Allen High in Texas. It was fantastic. Went to college at Oklahoma, wins a Heisman Trophy. Number 1 overall pick, number 9 overall pick in Major League Baseball to the Oakland A's. And then he goes to Arizona. That was the first big failure of his career. Yep. His entire football career, his biggest failure was in Arizona because they never got anything going. I wonder what that does to him if he gets another opportunity. That's where I'd be looking to buy. Willis, I drop down. I like where you're at. I wonder if our view of Willis is a little skewed because we look at him as a backup. He steps into a tight spot. Normally, we expect backups to play poorly. He played well pretty well. And now all of a sudden, I think we might overrate him just a bit. But by and large, the big man did a job well done here. Okay. Job well done.
The Daniel Jones, just because he's coming off the Achilles, is that why he's in the middle there?
Well, I mean, he's coming off of Achilles, but again, 7 years in the NFL, only one full season healthy as a pro. And Daniel Jones has always commanded top dollars. I feel like he's the new age Kirk Cousins in that way. Yeah. So really, when it comes to the value, the cost-benefit analysis, that's why I have Daniel Jones third on the list. He's going to get paid.
There's a little UVA Duke residue there.
That's right, yeah. Well, see, here's a deeper dive. Daniel Jones, same high school as yours truly.
Interesting. So,
I root for Daniel Jones now.
Yeah.
I root for Daniel Jones.
That's true. Mac Jones is intriguing to me. Tua, I don't know what to do with Tua.
You do nothing. You do nothing. You don't know. This is avoid at all costs, no matter what team you are. Your situation in Miami couldn't have been better. You had all the weapons. You had the offense. You have a media that doesn't come at you at all.
Yeah,
and it didn't work out. It did not work out at all.
Let me push back on that. You know, over 60 quarterbacks saw a game last year. We're sitting here, the four of us in November. Surprise quarterback, helping a team. Could be him. He has good upside.
Yeah, he has good upside, but I mean, there was a point we remember the Dolphins tank for Tua, and now we're like,
sure.
Beat nobody ever. Never won a game. Never won a game that mattered.
But this guy is only going to cost you $1 million when you bring him on your team.
Yeah, it's a low risk, potentially high reward. All right, coming up here on First Take, would the Steelers be better off with or without Aaron Rodgers behind center this upcoming season? We couldn't be further apart on this debate. Plus, Wemby and Ohtani are both